Hello, good day everyone. How's everyone doing? Thank you so much for joining us. We should appreciate it. Welcome to Uncensored _ the truth about money. I'm your host, Kyajunior. I'm with our residential guest, Pratamza. Untitled, my bad. I'm with our untitled everyday guest, Pratamza Madlala.
I'm still a guest.
Pratamza, how you doing?
No, 100%. Yourself?
I'm great, man.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about. I've always been afraid of this word, blacklist.
It's because it's black.
That's the problem.
Not whitelisting?
Yeah, it wouldn't have the same effect.
Yeah, or red listing.
Okay, red list. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
But we're talking about blacklisting.
Yeah.
What does the term mean?
The term blacklisting. So attention. I think this must be our most shared video of all time.
For all black people,
For all
please.
black people. There's no such thing as blacklisting or blacklisted. It does not exist.
Yeah.
The term does not exist anymore. It's been cancelled.
Or anymore.
It does not. It's not there.
Who scrapped it? Nelson Mandela.
Nah, he passed away before that was scrapped. Not scrapped. It's no longer there. Yeah, it's no longer there. No, and the thing is, there's still financial companies who are trying to scare you. You know, don't avoid being blacklisted and pay your loans. You know, so there's no such thing as being blacklisted in today's times. Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. It does not exist anymore.
So, but what did the title entail? Like when someone says you are blacklisted, what did that essentially mean? What was the meaning behind it?
You are basically debarred from taking any loans, going to financial institutions and requesting for assistance, financially. So you are blocked, blacklisted. When you switch off the TV, you see black. That's how it was.
So what did the term mean before it was scrapped, before it was dealt away with? Thank God.
Yeah.
But what did the term entail? What did it mean?
So basically, it meant that you are, I won't say, you're unworthy.
Unworthy to be saved.
You're unworthy to be saved financially.
There's no savior. No one can save you.
You've got no savior, man. You've got no savior. So basically, it meant that you're deemed unfavorable by all these institutions for them to offer you credit facilities or extend credit facilities to you. So that's in a nutshell, that's what it was. You were just put in a position where you can't go out unless you pay for all of these loans that you have. Yeah.
So now what has replaced that term? So obviously, so how do you describe someone that cannot be granted credit or is seen as some sort of a red flag?
So basically now it just means you are placed under judgment.
Okay.
Yeah, under judgment. If you extend it, you are placed under debt review. So it means that you can't borrow. But the reason why blacklisting was taken off, right? So this happened in 2011. Sure. So the National Credit Regulator was like, no, we're cancelling this. And reason is because I won't say they were targeting black people. No, they were only gathering bad data from people. So not the good side. So as soon as you were not paying your debts, as soon as you were defaulting on your credit facilities, that's all the information they were getting. So they weren't getting Junior as a whole. Is Junior paying on time? Is Junior, paying more than what is stipulated on his premiums? So it was just to say that, okay, no. We're getting this type of information. And the National Credit Regulator was like, no, guys, let's look at a person in his entirety. Let's look at the good and the bad.
Which makes more sense.
Makes more sense. So that's why there is no blacklisting.
Nothing makes you happy.
It was an interesting tip. I never knew, bro. You go around like, I must pay these things, otherwise they're going to blacklist me.
Yeah, because I've heard, and it's funny because up until today,
Yeah.
the debt collectors,
Yeah.
okay, not debt collectors, but people that you owe,
Yeah.
could be an institution, whatever, they still use that term
Yes.
to say, sir, please pay your account to avoid being blacklisted.
Yes.
And rightfully, that they are wrong.
They're wrong. They're wrong by using that term. Yeah.
And then so terms that consumers should familiarize themselves with, right? So the first one we have sequestration. So what does sequestration mean?
Sequestration order is a court order that deems you insolvent. So you are insolvent. We can't do business with you. We can't borrow you money. We can't help you unless you get a rehabilitation order from the courts. So it basically deems you insolvent.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what are the steps? So let's say, for example, right, you owe a certain amount of money, right, and you're unable to pay. You can't pay anymore, right? So obviously, I understand there's like court order judgment, and right now we just find out there's sequestration and all that stuff. So what's the the order of events? So what's the first thing that would happen, followed by what and what, until it gets to be extremely worse?
All right. So let's put it this way. Okay, in layman's terms, what people don't know is that when you can't afford to pay for something, right? Call the people that you owe them. That you owe. Arrange some sort of how can I put it? Arrange some sort of payment structure. Whatever you can afford. That's what people don't understand. You can arrange something, because they obviously on their phone, like, okay, Junior, let's arrange a payment schedule for 500 rand every single month. And then you're like, yeah, okay. But you can't afford that 500 rand. So just tell them, I can afford 100 rand every month. I can afford 50 rand every month. So then they will make, as long as you're honoring the how can I put it, the promise that you made to them, then things will be much better for you. But if they call you drop, you change SIM card, you change residential address, you change location, you change countries, then things just become bad for you, right? So my thing is this: if you are owing, call those people, arrange a payment structure with them. They are not bad people. They just basically want their money back, right? But it also helps you out in the long term as well, because once you're under debt review, if we put it that way, you can't do anything. So if you met up with an emergency, you can't even go to the bank and ask for a personal loan, because now they've shut down everything. They've said, Junior, when are you under debt review? This is how much all your Koloto is, and this is how much you need to pay every single month until you get out of it.
How long does the debt review last for?
5 years.
Only 5 years.
Yeah.
And then is a debt review the same as a court judgment?
So I had it here in my notes. Court judgment is an order where you must pay an overdue sum, right? So it's similar to it's being under judgment. So it's the same thing. So remember earlier on you asked, okay, what have they replaced being blacklisted by?
Yeah.
So it's basically being put under judgment. It's when a court says, okay, this is how much you need to pay as a lump sum. So that's similar to being under debt review, where they'll say, all right, Junior, we're going to collate all your outstanding amounts, all your debts, and this is how much, and then maybe they work out a payment structure according to all your debt. So they consolidate all your debt, and then you pay a certain amount.
Do they give you a time period to say, let's say, for example, in 10 years, you must have settled your debt?
I think it goes to the payment structure that you have. So remember, if you can pay that amount quicker, then obviously the duration shortens. But if you have chosen a lesser amount to pay, to honor towards that lump sum, then the duration obviously increases. So it all depends on how much you are willing to pay on that monthly basis.
Can you possibly go to prison for having debt?
No.
No such thing.
No such thing.
So there's nothing to be to worry about.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still worried about
stressing.
that gym.
It's only 2,000. You won't go to prison.
So every time I see police, I'm very uncomfortable.
Like, eish, vision.
Oh my goodness, gym camp.
Yeah, they stop at the roadblock. They pull out all your files. Now, someone was saying that. Sorry, someone was saying that. So what other business people do?
Yeah.
Because they know they can't go to jail for owing. Because you literally can't go to jail.
Okay.
Like, imagine how many people will be in jail for Edgar's accounts. Yo, serious, man. So, what someone was saying is that, Ati, maximize all your credit facilities. Yeah. Maximize all of them. Like if you've got a business, take them under all your business and what. Have all that money, put it away in a separate account, and then close that business. Change your phone, change everything. Take that money and go open another business and do 1, 2, 3. You won't go to jail.
Do you, as a financial advisor?
No. I'm just saying, based on the thing that you can't go to jail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it still follows you. Yeah, it still follows you. But now I get it. That's what they used to do back in the days.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they used to do back in the days. They do business. They are favored by the banks. Take out like maybe millions from the bank, put in a separate account, and declare bankruptcy. And that's it. I get it. A business is seen as a separate entity, so it's not attached to you. So they're like, okay, cool, because let's say ABC Coffee is owing 5 million and now it's declared bankruptcy, it's closed. So that 5 million is gone, while you've got 5 million in your pocket.
So when a business declares bankruptcy, the bank doesn't go after it.
No, it's bad
to,
debt,
or it's just labeled as bad.
Yeah, it's bad debt. So they've lost their money. So that's what people used to do. But I think what they're doing now is that they're attaching. So if you take out a loan, they are using, like maybe to junior, okay, please use your house or your car as collateral. So if you default on this, we are going for that.
I'm not next.
I'm fine. They'll find your limbs, bruh, or your children.
So, and then I'm not sure how much, I'm not sure how much information you have on this, but remember the last time we spoke that, but obviously that's available on the other episode, that debt can expire. So now I'm much more interested to find out, what is it, all debt or is it specific kind of debt, and after how many years does it expire?
Yeah, I think it was that women's fellowship one.
Yes, that talk.
So I stand to be corrected, but that lady, the legal lady, was saying that if you must not. So she was saying, I don't want to use this against companies, right? But she was saying that once you honor a debt, or once they call you and say, Junior, you owe 2,000 rand. With this Virgin Active account. Once you say yes and you honor that, then you have to pay it. But if you say no, I don't know anything about it, and you duck and dive, as long as you don't honor it, she said it lasts like 5 years, then they write it off the books. Yeah.
So that's legal. We can do that.
Yeah, that's legal because you didn't honor it. So that's what she was saying. She says you did not honor that loan. So essentially, they can't attach it to you. If that makes sense.
Sure. It makes sense, but doesn't sound legal. It doesn't
she was a legal
ethical.
expert.
Maybe
ethical.
Let me say ethical. It doesn't sound.
Yeah, because that's why she gave that disclaimer to say that, guys, what I'm about to say, please don't use it as a way to to run away from your loans and so forth. But you must, if you don't honor it, after 5 years they scrap it off.
Okay, but I've honored that debt, so
it's pay it, man.
So I have an off-topic question. This goes back to, remember the the episode we had on home loans.
Okay.
Right. So, what is a repayment holiday payment? What is a holiday payment repayment?
So it got how can I put that phrase was synonymous during COVID times when people couldn't pay for their houses. So they used to give them like a payment holiday to say that, okay, don't pay for the next 3 months so that we don't, repossess your house. So a lot of these institutions, they have those type of clauses to say that during the period or the duration of your loan, you can exercise this payment period. I think even with insurance companies, they've got a premium holiday where you don't pay for, let's say, 3 months within a duration of 2 years. So every 2 years you are excluded 3 months from your policy. So it's the same thing as well. So it's literally not paying for those premiums for a certain amount, but it differs according to the type of credit facility that you have at that moment.
Is it? Yeah. So if I can go and tell them that, okay, Sharp, I've lost my job, so I won't be able to pay for my house. I don't know, let's say maybe just give me maybe 4 months while I look for another job. Is that possible? Can they do that?
It ends as a it depends. Some can, some don't. Some will say, no, sorry, we're coming for you. Others maybe would say, it's okay, no, it's fine. How about we lower your bond amount or your repayment amount on your bond? Others will say, okay, yes, Junior. But it all depends on those financial institutions. With what is their clause when it comes to such things?
But then, because you would still be paying for it, because I mean, if your bond is 20 years, and let's say you default for 4 months, they surely gonna still put those 4 months into
that's what they do. They
20 years.
They prolong it, but now I get the period. The thing is, they also need to make money as well. That's why people
during that period.
So that's why they repossess after 3 months, which is something else. But maybe next time we must also cover repossessions. But the most important thing is for you just to know the T's and C's within your policies, because with other institutions, instead of them repossessing your house, they can say, no, let's lower it from 10,000 to 8,000 rand, something more manageable, So it's important to always, hence I say, when they say, hey, Junior, you're owing us, don't say, hey, the network is cutting. And you drop the phone.
With that being said, how long does it take until they repossess your goods?
Usually it's 3 months, 3 to 4 months. Yeah, when they don't receive payment 3-4 months, then they take your place. Like there's other stories where someone was left with literally like 50,000. They've been paying for this house, and they lost their job. The bank came, took their house. So it's
and with that, there's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you will get back. To say.
No, I think there's, because I get it, they auction your house. They
auction the house, then you do get something.
Yeah, because one of they just want their 50,000 rand back. That's all.
Oh, sure.
They just want
makes sense. Back. So whatever that's.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't know how much they're gonna. They might say maybe it's a 900 million rand house. They're gonna sell it for 150 rand so that they get their money. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. So, but then maybe repossessions is something maybe we can cover so that people are more aware of what happens, how it does. Yeah.
Right. Are we done?
Done on my side with blacklisting.
Your favorite topic. I've never seen you light up like this when you talk about blacklisting.
Yeah, because it was interesting, man. Like, no such thing as being blacklisted. Like, oh, okay.
With that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. We truly appreciate it. Don't forget, we are on Instagram, uncensored_the truth about money, as well as TikTok, uncensored_financial edu, right? And this podcast is also available as audio on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, as well as Spotify. So yeah, please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe. We would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, cheers.